Morocco be like, how long will my EU application take?
Never.
Now go back to sleep, Morocco. I mean, yeah, they are after all in Africa. Then again, Eurovision, the European singing contest, has let in outside countries that weren't European, so maybe the European Union would want to do that too one day. The Moroccans attempted to join the EU all the way back in 1987, and they've literally just been left on red this entire time. By the way, if you really like Morocco, or if you really like Romania, we've got these 2 Country Ball plushies being sold over at makeship.com, along with a Morocco pen and Romanian pen as well. Use that first link in the description down below to reserve yours today. Only here for a limited time. The Moroccans trying to join the EU kind of reminds me of how the Soviet Union tried to join NATO. Always remember though, the worst they can say is no. Serbian parliament has applied for associate membership in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Okay, so at this point, literally nothing surprises me anymore. Who invited my man, Blood? Bro literally thinks he's on the team. We got all these beautiful Asian nations, and then for some reason, Serbia just chilling right here trying to join in. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but at least they are in support. To be fair, I don't think they literally want to join, but who knows? Never say never. With all these random countries trying to join organizations that don't really make sense why they'd be a part of, I'm just trying to think like what would be the strangest combination. Maybe the United States joining the BRICS countries, just considering Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa all want to stop the US dollar with that organization. Malvinas son Argentina. Falklands are British. Oh yeah, well, I declare these islands free from all government. But yes, the very unknown conflict between the US and Argentina. American vessels were seized, and after the seizure, the Lexington sailed to put an end to what was regarded by the US as a nest of pirates, resulting in Americans rescued, suspects captured, and island evacuated. This was obviously way before the 1980s when the British fought the Argentinians. This occurred all the way back in 1831. The US back then thought the Falkland Islands wasn't controlled by any sovereign country, and that remains true to this day. I guess technically that should be phrased, we recognize the de facto United Kingdom administration of the islands, but take no position regarding its sovereignty. US military recruitment back in the 2010s. Please, no, I've spent years preparing to enlist. Sorry, but you're automatically disqualified because of your allergy. Now get the freak out. Meanwhile, US military recruitment here in the 2020s. All right, we lower the fitness requirement, the weight requirement, and medical requirement. Now please enlist for the love of God. I don't know. Things have changed a lot, clearly. I feel like every year I'm reading how they're lowering the bar to enter the military. I wonder what's gonna happen in the 2030s. Maybe they'll just start drafting us again. But will they still disqualify you for the most random, inconsequential medical reason though? Also yes. Which is what the US military does. I think they get off on the trolling. I want to trade with you. And I want to trade with you. Mexico, is that you? Let's include him too. Ah yes, the USMCA agreement. Back in my day, that used to be called NAFTA. Old enough to remember when it was called NAFTA. This trade organization is literally just called NAFTA 2.0 basically. Missed opportunity here. It should have been called CUM. That would be a nice acronym. It's also geographically correct. When it's made in Western Europe, it'll say made in Germany, made in Italy, made in France. When it's made in Eastern Europe, it'll just say made in the EU. Interesting branding situation they have there. I feel like I would value something more if my shirt was like made in Poland, or like the more random countries the better. Like it'd just be cool to have something made in Malta. Like who knows about Malta? Well, you guys probably do, and I know about Malta, but there's probably a lot of people that don't. At the same time though, sometimes they specify the country, but yet still use the flag. Probably not to offend anyone with the French one here. Meanwhile, when it's made in Sweden, have fun putting that together for 24 hours. My favorite thing about Germans is the context in which it's appropriate to use the winky face is vastly different than the context Americans consider it to be appropriate. Hi Patrick, thank you, I just arrived and found the room. Is there anyone else staying in here? I parked in the driveway, is that okay? Please use street parking, thank you. Currently just me in room 1. Alright, winky face. My god, that is incredibly uncomfortable. Currently just me in room 1 and then you went and put that? We're gonna talk about this, Germany. I don't even, let's just stay on. Is that not weird? How does that not feel weird? My German friend uses the smirking emoji after every single friendly text. I thought he was hitting on my mom at first when he said, your mom is so kind, smirk emoji. Apparently Germans use the winky face like how Americans just use the regular smile. So crazy, like you don't feel the innuendo when someone's like, today I learned that Walmart tried and failed to establish itself in Germany. One of the specified reasons for its failure is that Germans found certain team-building activities and the forced greeting and smile at customers unnerving. Yeah, they don't really like to do that, do they? And again, as an American, some of this stuff is unnerving to me. There's way too many photos that feel a bit eerie. Your cuisine is garbage, says Italy, Spain, Greece, France, Turkey, Portugal, Albania, the UK. Meanwhile, all the nations on the receiving end of that comment, we have Norway, Finland, Germany, Denmark, Sweden, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Now the bread wars shall begin. It's about time we put put this as the focus point of a cuisine war? Why can't Southern Europeans make proper bread? Yes, might just be bait here, but I feel like all of Europe pretty much makes good bread. Look at all these crazy options you have for literal bread. It's insane. People used to be confused how I could literally eat just bread without anything else. I guess it's like an ancestry thing. This director has a new film in the works called Cleopatra. Y'all got any Egypt? We got Cleopatra again. Son of a... It's always her, never her country. I just want to see an old Egypt. I just want Egypt content that isn't Cleopatra and Rome content that isn't Caesar. Honestly, I don't even trust modern movies to do any of these things justice anymore. We had to oof the Vikings because they bathed and brushed their hair and our wives couldn't resist such sophistication. That sure is a hell of a take by medieval English chroniclers. The Danes made themselves too acceptable to English women by their elegant manners and their care of their person. They were undermining the chastity of wives everywhere. They were just too Chad. Common English L. Unfortunately, I am English. How was they supposed to compete with this? Which, funny enough, Chris Hemsworth is from Australia, actually. Place names in the Australian island of Tasmania are really something else. There's a town called Penguin, as well as Misery Knob, Boobs Flat, Stinkhole, Wombat Flat, Dunny's Dam, and Butt of Liberty with 2 T's. Snag Point, Long Bottom, oh, fan of Harry Potter, I guess. Humongous Hole. Why would they? Satan's Lair, Little Hell, were they just like doing, I don't understand. They just decided to make this entire island, like, I don't, like, how do you justify this? Is this even real? I feel like I gotta travel here now. Maybe that was the whole goal in the first place, just to increase tourism with funny names. In 2100, Koreans will be remembered as a quasi-mythical people who emerged from a period of violent division, made TVs 96,000% cheaper, and then inexplicably vanished. We're gonna literally look at the Koreans like the way elves vanished from Middle Earth. Literally, we've got 25 million people just being like, peace, we're out of here. Sorry, there's 50 million in South Korea, 25 million in North Korea, but all of them, I guess, want to disappear because population's going down. I brutally colonized and subjugated you Eastoids. Aw, you're sweet, says all of Asia. I brutally colonized and subjugated you Eastoids. Hello, human resources? Yeah, there's lots of places in Asia that don't like it when it's from the Dutch, the Spanish, the Portuguese, the French, the US, or the British. For some reason, Russia just gets a complete pass there. That's actually not true. It depends on what Asian nation we're talking about. Sure, plenty of places in Central Asia definitely wouldn't agree. Every app is a dating app if you're Indian enough. I just wish I had their courage. Like, my whole life would be so much different to harness that amount of bravery. Damn, they always make you feel like such a loser. Bros out here just completely mogging me. Love the way they put themselves out there. Imagine a neighborhood like this, where everything is a circle. We've got Lebanon and Israel and Egypt and Libya, Morocco, Portugal, Spain, Moldova, France, Monaco, Italy, Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, Serbia, Turkey, Syria. It all is around, I guess, the Mediterranean. What a beautiful combination. I mean, that's pretty much this neighborhood anyways. It's not a neighborhood, it's just around this massive inland sea. Kind of beautiful when you phrase it like this. I guess I never thought about it before. Oh, that too, that is also another take. Someone's got to rebuild the Roman Empire somehow. I mean, at least the food would be good. Oh, almost missed that small little detail there, yeah. Germany already exists. When a Chinese paratrooper finds out they're being dropped into Atlanta and not New England, yeah, this is not going to be very fun. New England would have been chill. You get to use their public transit and just see in general probably a lot less resistance. Meanwhile, you're dropping into Atlanta, Georgia? Yeah, you're going to have like 2.3 seconds to live there. Where would be the worst place to get sent to invade the US? Southern Appalachia, heavily armed people, rugged terrain, people that don't like outsiders, even if they're only a few counties away. Yeah, everyone's just saying the Appalachia region. That or southern Arizona during the summer. I just think anywhere in the deep south would not be fun. I knew Detroit would be on there. Morning, comrade. Your mission today is to capture the Waffle House. Good luck with that, especially if you try attacking at like 2 a.m. when the employees are just going at it with the customers. Who remembers when Yorkie bars used to say, not for girls? And nobody gave a poop because back then people weren't wet wipes. This is crazy. Also made by Nestle. Nice, Switzerland, nice. Not for girls. First of all, I have to say, this just seems like terrible marketing. Why would you want to eliminate half your consumer base? I'm an American, so I've never seen this before. This was literally their slogan up until 2011. They kept that forever. Oh, I think I have actually had one of these. That's pretty good. Italians finally accepting the fact that some people like pineapples on their pizza. Took a long time to get here, but at least it's finally been done. Meanwhile, Polish people getting ready to hit them with pasta with strawberries. Oh my God, how can you put them through this trauma again? They've already accepted enough. Gotta admit though, it does at least look appetizing. I can't really say the same for pineapples on pizza, I'm sorry to say. We all know the sun on the Argentinian flag, also the sun on the Uruguay flag as well. Now get ready for Peru's presidential insignia, which is looking, I don't really know what to say about this one. There's also the Philippines with their second republic right here. Here's what that flag looked like. Combining all those suns would give us the Giga sun here. Look at those lips. The superior sun. This sun includes nice sexy lips from Argentina, the big eyebrows from Uruguay, the perfect nose from the Philippines, and the cute little eyes from Peru. Yes, throw this, you know, these countries should just unite. You don't even need to put a color on it. Like, just make it like a white background and throw the Giga sun on it. That's all we need. That's it. We would peak as a flag making community. Babe, wake up. Giga soul just dropped. So glad we're continuing to improve those suns. The nation of India be like, major incident shakes the entire country. People go out and protest. Things don't change. People forget, and the process repeats. It's literally that simple. To be fair, India, I think a lot of places on Earth can relate. This is like every place, I think, on Earth, to be honest. I mean, no one protests harder than the French, though. If they can't do it, I don't know if anyone can. It's literally the cycle of life. Nothing ever happens. It's so over. Big thanks to patrons. Month 1 in Drew's basement. Kansas was mentioned. I can't sleep without Drew's voice. Drew's Argentinian Grandpa. I'm back,
Amateur
boys.
Archaeology.
aPhatNarwhal.
Carmel S.
Connor
DaBeautiful-MEGAN-Underwood.
InquisitorXarius.
KirinoIsBestGirl.
Tambre.
Tyrol.
The Mexican
KingBearHaze.
Fredrik
and
Tibblin.
ZaneyBoi.